Hi, you guys. It's Yaz, and I'm out on the road, but I get asked all the time to talk about female narcissists. Everybody thinks about narcissists in terms of male, and I get a lot of people that comment and say, well, it's females too. More people need to talk about the females. So I'm going to bring that up in a quick podcast about traits of a female narcissist to watch out for, okay? When you're dealing with a female narcissist, again, we want to talk about control. They need to have constant control. They need to have constant attention on them. Female narcissists need their ego fed. Again, whether it's male or female, they're dealing with an insecurity. A lot of female narcissists are not happy about how they look. They feel insecure. A lot of them get plastic surgery. A lot of them are obsessed with their looks. A lot of them take hours to get ready before they go out because they're so worried of people's perception of them. That's one thing that you have to recognize when you're dealing with a female narcissist. Now, understand this. Female and male narcissists, there's a lot of similarities, but I'm going to differentiate the difference between a female and a male narcissist. Male narcissists, they get their supply a lot of times with flattery and by using money. Female narcissists also use flattery, but they use sex, okay? Female narcissists will try to lure their supply by sexual texts, sending naked pictures or something like that. You get a lot of scammers that do this. A lot of female narcissistic scammers will use sex to try to lure somebody in. And I had a friend of mine who got, in trouble with somebody. He was on a dating app and he dealt with a female narcissist who was coming on strong, flattering him, promising him sex. And he actually went to her place in a bad neighborhood, okay, in the hood, to go meet her. And guess what? There was a guy there that robbed him at gunpoint. It was a setup. Another setup that these female narcissists do, these scammers, is you go to meet them. Let's say you meet them off a dating app. You've got to be careful, you guys, especially if they're overly nice. Whether it's male or female, they're going to lay on the sugar. They're going to be extremely nice. They're going to compliment you. They're going to get into sexual talk with you because they know that is a weakness of a lot of men, all right? Or they'll just flatter the man. But a lot of these female narcissists, another thing that they'll do is they'll meet you and then they'll say, well, I have to get money out of an ATM, and they could be with a guy or something and pull up behind you and rob you again, okay? This is why you don't meet these people in private places. You got to meet them in public, and you've got to talk to them for a while on the app before you even go meet them. But let's get into the traits of the female narcissist, okay? A female narcissist is going to try to control you in the sense that they don't want you having other relations. Like, in other words, they don't want you to have friends. They don't want you to be too close to your family or something like that. And if somebody in your family or your friend doesn't like that female narcissist, they will have a hatred for that person, and they will tell you that, you know what, I don't want you having anything to do with them. The other thing with female narcissists too is a lot of them are sex addicts. A lot of them need constant sex because what they do is they equate sex with love. So a lot of them will sleep around thinking that, the more partners that they get, that makes them more important. That makes them important. It's kind of like with a male narcissist that sleeps around. They constantly need that constant, feeling of validation. Oh, all these people want me. Oh, I slept with all these people. The other similarity with a female narcissist is that a female narcissist doesn't trust, okay? A female narcissist will not trust you, and that's why a lot of them are cheaters, okay? They'll go out and they'll always have something going on the side because they feel like, all men cheat, so I'm going to always have somebody on the side, just in case you try to hurt me. Again, we're dealing with a fragile ego. They feel like they're going to screw you over before you ever get a chance to screw them over. The other thing is, a female narcissist is going to try to cut you down so that you become codependent on them. And how do they do that? They may call you old. They may call you fat. They'll criticize the way you dress. They'll put you down in every which way. And they'll try to make it sound like, you can't get anybody else. Also, a female narcissist is going to want to try to make you jealous. And how do they do that? They do that by telling you things like, oh, I had all these guys looking at me, or this guy came up to me and started talking to me and everything like that. What they're doing is they want you to feel uneasy, because they feel by you feeling uneasy that somebody else wants them, you're going to be thirsty for them, okay? So they're always going to throw a little dig in like, oh, I know I look good, or I know I can get another guy. I don't need you, or something like that. They're going to drop all these little hints to make you feel like, you know what? I don't need you. I got it going on, and I could replace you in a second, okay? It's like I was coaching a gentleman, and he brought up a fact about the female narcissist he was dealing with, and she kept bringing up about like, oh, I know I look good, and I know I can get somebody else. If somebody has to keep telling you that, oh, they know they look good, or they know they can get somebody else, or they know they can replace you, the first thing that should come to your mind is, you're dealing with an insecure person, okay? That's trying to make you feel insecure. They're projecting their insecurity onto you by trying to remind you. If they constantly got to remind you, well, I'm good looking and I can get a lot of guys and I don't need you. That's because they're insecure, okay? And they want to make you insecure. They never want to make you feel safe. The only time a female narcissist will try to make you feel safe is in the beginning, when they're trying to bait you, all right? When they haven't had you yet, but they're going to bait you and try to get you, all right? The other thing you got to recognize with a female narcissist is a lot of them feel entitled. You have to do everything for them, but they don't have to do anything. They are the queen, they are the princess, and you need to kiss their feet, okay? That's why a lot of the female narcissists won't even do anything for your birthday or a holiday, because they feel they don't have to, okay? Again, they have that sense of entitlement. Now, I want to bring up, when you're dealing with a female covert narcissist, a female covert narcissist is going to play the perpetual victim. All right, you guys? They're the ones that are going to put on the Academy Award acting by crying all the time. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. I got this bill coming up. I don't know how I'm going to pay it. And they may not directly come out and ask you for money, but they'll make little hints about they don't know what they're going to do. They don't know who's going to pay for their kids, lessons, or they don't know who's going to pay their mortgage, or they're going to get kicked out of their apartment, and they're going to kill you with so much flattery, so much sex. They're going to sex you out to the point where they're going to have you so, pussified that you will do anything for that female narcissist. So when they got you, you're going to say, do you need help? What could I do? You need a couple $100? I'll pay your bill. Because they've already sucked you in with the flattery and the sex, okay? They're giving you a lot of sex or good sex, or, they're building up this fantasy in your head. And what does that do? That's going to open your pocket, okay? So they don't do that till they know they have you, till they feel like you are really codependent and dependent on them because you enjoy the sex with them or you enjoy the attention with them. So what a female narcissist will do is they're going to shower you with a lot of attention in the beginning to the point where it's dripping. They'll offer to buy you things in the beginning or do things for you. They'll cook for you. They'll go out of their way for you. And then once they know they got you, that's when they want payback. And some of them will want payback by money, and some of them will just want payback by controlling you to the point where your purpose is to kiss their ass. And if you don't kiss their ass, guess what these covert female narcissists do? They will give you the cold treatment. They will withhold affection from you. So you're always going to be thirsty for their attention and their affection. They're going to run cold on you, okay? If you do things that they don't like, they're not going to come and express themselves to you. They're going to be passive aggressive about it, and they're going to maybe block you, or they won't talk to you, or they'll threaten to break up with you. They love to threaten to break up with you and say, I think this isn't working out or something out of the blue, because you may have said to them, well, I can't see you this Friday or something. I have to, help my mother out, or I have to do work or something like that. And because you're not at their beck and call, a female narcissist wants you at their beck and call. They, like I said, they want to be the queen. They want the control. They want to call the shots. They want to control who drives the car. They want to control where you go out to eat, what you do, how you dress, your relationship with your children. A lot of them could try to control that and say, oh, you spend too much time with your children if you're a divorced father or something. Or, they'll have you doing all the work for the kids if you're a parent with them. When you're married to a female covert narcissist or something like that, they are going to have you doing all the work for the kids. They're going to have you up dressing those kids, taking those kids to school, doing the homework. You're going to do everything, and the covert narcissist is going to be calling the shots and making a list of telling you what you should be doing. Okay, while they kick back. And then what that female narcissist is going to do is they are going to disparage you to the children. They're going to put you down. They're going to emasculate you as a man and tell the kids that you are, you're a loser and you do everything wrong. They're going to constantly put you down. They're going to criticize you. They're going to judge you. And they're going to also have the kids gang up against you as well, okay? To the point where the kids are going to look at you differently because they've been poisoned in their mind because they had a mother who was a narcissist that was disparaging their father, all right? So signs that you could be dealing with a female narcissist, you guys, is number one, they constantly need their ego fed. Number two, when things go wrong, they don't take accountability. They flip the blame on you. Oh, this broke because you didn't clean it. Or the car broke down because you didn't take it for a tune-up. Or, I cheated on you because you were always working all the time. Or you didn't show me enough affection, okay? Female narcissists are going to bitch and moan that you don't show them affection, all right? So, the thing is this, you guys. They're also, a female narcissist too, is not going to get along with your family 9 times out of 10, all right? And a lot of times the family is not going to like your partner if she's a female narcissist and she's controlling, excuse me, because they may see that she's controlling you. And if you have a narcissistic family yourself, both your narcissistic family and your female narcissistic partner are going to be having it out, and they're going to put you in the middle, all right? So when you're dealing with a female narcissist, you've got to understand this. You've got to have boundaries, because a female narcissist has no respect for you, okay? And you've got to stick to those boundaries. And if they don't like it and they want to give you the silent treatment, or they want to go no contact, let them. Do not go chasing after the female narcissist, because the more that you go chasing after them, the more they're going to treat you like shit. the more they're going to have less respect for you, and they're going to think you're just a punching bag, okay? So female narcissists, they know who they can and can't push. And the funny thing about them, even though they're bossy, even though they're controlling, they respect strong people, all right? They may not deal with them, but they know they can't fuck with them, all right? So you've got to have really, really strong boundaries. Now, some female narcissists are uncontrollable. In other words, you could have all the strongest boundaries in the world, and they're just going to do what they want. Remember this, you're dealing with a narcissist. That female narcissist is not going to trust you. Just like a male narcissist, she may hide money. She may take the money and be spending it on other things and not telling you, okay? This is what they're very sneaky. They're very shady. Again, whether it's female or male, they are liars. They're manipulators. They'll gaslight you and tell you, that didn't happen, or I don't know what you're talking about, or I don't remember, or anything like that. They're going to gaslight you. They're going to manipulate you to whatever is in their benefit. Now, take a look at this female narcissist that you're with. What was her childhood like? Guarantee she was not validated as a kid, and she always needed validation. So now she's with you, and she needs that constant validation. And if you're not going to give her the validation, she's going to get that validation from other people, okay? That's why a lot of them are cheaters, because they constantly need to feel like they're wanted, they're important, because they're so insecure from whatever childhood trauma, or if they were the entitled child. And they will make your life miserable. And if you ever get married to a female narcissist, they will have you in court spending tons of money on lawyers, okay? You're going to be fighting it out with a female narcissist because she won't bend. She won't realize that, okay, that's her kid's father or something like that. She is going to pay you back for any kind of narcissistic injury you incurred on her, all right? So they are nitpickers. Female narcissists are nitpickers. They always got something to say. They're never satisfied, okay? They're going to complain about shit in the house. You didn't do this. You didn't clean that. You know, they're going to expect you to do your own laundry. Everybody should do their own laundry, but they're going to expect you to do everything, okay? They don't want to lift a finger, all right? When you think of female narcissist, think entitled, think insecure, think controlling, and think that they're just going to bitch and moan and make your life miserable. There's two ways a female narcissist is going to be. They're either going to bitch and moan all the time about everything you do. They're going to hate your relationships with other people. They're going to feel threatened by your friendships with other people or your relationship with your family. Or that female narcissist is going to run stone cold on you when you do something they don't like. They're not going to communicate. They're going to be a covert narcissist and not communicate and pay you back with the silent treatment, because that female narcissist wants you begging, all right? They're going to want you begging. And depending on how narcissistic they are, they can go a long time without contacting you until you break down, all right? So, you guys, the problem is when you deal with a female narcissist, you are never going to satisfy them. Nothing is ever enough, okay? Where they live, they're always going to find fault with something that's going on in their life, with the children, with the family, with the house, with the money that you make, with, how you treat them. They're going to be complaining about the sex. They're going to be complaining. Just think complainer, okay? So they lure you in with the sex and the flattery, and then once they got you, they're going to want you to make you like a lap dog, okay? They're going to try to make you a lap dog. So understand this. If you can't sit down and they can't compromise and they can't show you empathy and they're not willing to sacrifice, get away from them and distance yourself, all right? Because they will make your life a living misery. Whoever you get in a relationship with, they've got to be willing to compromise and sacrifice. If they can't do that, then you shouldn't be in a relationship with. And the other thing too is they've got to be able to resolve conflict. Go listen to my podcasts about how your partner fights, how a narcissist fights. You've got to look at who you're with and look at how they fight. And it's the same thing with the female narcissist. They're either going to yell and scream and get in your face and bitch and moan, or they'll talk bad about you to other people, or they're going to try to punish you with the silent treatment, okay? In either case, they don't want to communicate. They will not own it, all right? When something goes wrong, they won't own it. It'll always be your fault. They're blame shifters, just like male narcissists are. But the difference with the female narcissist is that she will use her sexuality to try to get what she wants, okay? She will try to use her sexuality to get attention from other people, all right? Whether it's male or female, she wants to get attention. And she's always got to have people like flattering her ego. Most of the time they need them flattering their ego, or they're the perpetual victim if they're a covert narcissist, all right? In any event, just like a male narcissist, they will make your life a fucking misery. And the minute you see those red flags, the minute they lie to you, the minute they pull that crap where they go silent on you and do the silent treatment every time you do something that they don't like, the minute, they play the victim and they're crying, or they have no empathy for you if you're sick. A female narcissist, it's the same thing as a male narcissist. If you get sick, a female narcissist will leave you for dead. She won't want to hear it. You're inconveniencing her, all right? So it's the same thing with male and female. They have no empathy. So the bottom line is, guys, when you get in a relationship, you want somebody that gives you love, not somebody that's cold and is going to kick you when you're down. And that's exactly what a narcissist does. They kick you when you're down, and they can't resolve conflict because they won't own anything. So whether it's male or female, you need to get out, or you're going to pay for it later with a life of misery. All right? I hope that helps you guys. If it does, hit the subscribe button and share. And remember, when you're dealing with the female narcissist, all right? Again, she will use the sexuality component, whereas a male narcissist will use money to control, or also flattery and ego boosting to try to, love bomb you in the beginning. All right? Have a great day, you guys. If you guys are having a problem in your dating or relationship, or you're dealing with somebody maybe that's narcissistic, you don't know if they're a narcissist, or you're just having problems, you're in a toxic relationship and you need some clarity on it, go to the link in the podcast description for my website, where I offer email and phone coaching. If you have a quick question, just a quick question, and you want to get a video sent back to you answering your question, there's also a link there for Vizio, where I will send you a personalized video answering your question. Hi, you guys, it's Yaz, and I want to tell you about my 2 books on Amazon. The first book is Regain Your Power. It's all about power and relationship. Who has the power in the relationship? And it goes into all of that, okay? The other book is Signs He's Not Into You, He's Wasting Your Time, okay? Check it out. It gives you a lot of good clues as to whether you're with somebody who's a real one or somebody who's just going to waste your time. You could read them both with Kindle's free trial membership. So check it out. Link is in the podcast description. Hi, you guys. I just want to let you know that the Game Exposed now has their merchandise available. Check out the link in the bio, and you could go check it out. There's cool hoodies, cool sweatpants, cool hats. So go to the bio for the link. And also, don't forget to follow me on Facebook at The Game EXP 123, and also on Instagram, the game EXP123. Okay? And have a great day.